Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Give double honors to the elders and apostle at GMS, Great Millstone, for giving me this truth, learning under their teaching, and for the elders in the Akim that I talk to on a weekly basis, watching their videos, the water for those brothers, so that I can speak on some of these matters that I wasn't able to do without those brothers in the spirit and the Rakakadash. I'm going to come to you today on Matthew 24, verses 4, which everybody's talking about, man. You know, I'm just going to elaborate on some of the things that I see in regards to these rumors of war and these riots. So I just want to read a couple things and then try to maybe do a couple posts. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, which is, most people know about Christ, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, these things right here, if you look on this, these thumbnails of Los Angeles Times and New York Post, everybody's showing these protests. The riots around the globe are linked by common threads, frustration. Yeah, because the people of the world is mad at these elites who making the poor poor and making the richer rich. So what it continue to say? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For the nation shall rise against nation. So people will rise against people. Nation, meaning other nations of people. So-called whites, Edomites against Jacob, which is the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. In all nations, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, man. So all around the world, you're starting to see these things pick up. These famines picking up. This pestilence. Earthquakes have already been made. And then verses 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So these are the things that's the beginning of sorrow. These are things that haven't been seen. These are the things that your parents would continue to say, oh, these things happened before. But it has, but not around the world like this. All at one time. So you have to wake up. Christians, if they don't wake up, hey, man, that's just what it is. But it is real. If you read these scriptures like we do, and the Rakah Kadash is in you, you'll see that we at the end. Shalakia. You'll see that we at the end. And then what did the Most High say? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. For us men out there preaching on the highways and the byways, it's calling the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, which is our King, King of kings, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, he exists. Ba'ashim, in the name of Yahweh Shai, he delivers. He's our Savior. No one's calling that name but the men of the Lord. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. So, you got those other brothers that are out there telling the people that the mark of the beast is not the microchip, which you can read in Revelations, and knowing that it says the mark I mean, there's other thing else you can do. A mark is a mark, man. Even if you do it on your skin as a tattoo, it's still a mark. So the mark that you cannot buy or sell, and that's on another video. But I just wanted to kind of the mark is you got if you put a mark on your body just to buy or sell, then you can just go and get a black magic marker and put a mark on your left hand, your right hand, and then go in the store and buy and sell. That ain't what they're talking about. But I'm not gonna get on that subject, in this video. But what did he say in chapter 10, verses 10? That's like it. Chapter 24, verses 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So a lot of people go and wax cold. And like I always say, when you never know who your true friends are until you lose money and you don't have food. Right now, everybody's smiling at each other as if everything is cool. But what would it be done in that day? And because iniquities shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. Nobody don't understand how to deal without eating for 4 or 5 days, man. Or not having money to purchase. And man, at that time it's gonna be rough. And it's to tell you. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for the witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. So that's why the brothers out there on the highways and the byways preaching this new truth, the new song, telling people what is to come. The Most High is trying to give you a chance to come back into this fold of the 1/3. If not, you'll be part of the 2/3. Verses 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Salakia. So, that's what we always say to the Christians, meaning the Christian church, that if the Old Testament is done with, why is it consistently throughout the New Testaments and the Most High is specifically talking to all that is in the Old Testament, as it is written, The How Shai say, as it is written. Same thing in this one. He says what? Spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place. Whosoever readeth, let him understand. Then let him which be in Judea flee not into the mountains. Let him which is on the house step not come down to take anything out of the house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child. In that day, if you were a child, man, look at this. You can see it out here. You can see the fire. If you go up and down the page, you can see it. You can see these things imagine having a child trying to run around this. Trying to be able to eat. You think you can find food when a house is burned down? Look at that. If you had a child, this is coming to America, man. This is what we constantly say on the highways and the byways. So if you don't believe now, man, the Most High got your eyes blinded, man. I'm gonna probably read like 2 more. Salakia, I've been under the weather. Drinking my tea, ginger root and green tea and lemon, trying to get it to come back. But I still got to do the will of the Lord. So
I got two more scriptures. And them that give suck in those days. So with child and to them that give suck, that means whoever had a child that's probably like a 1 or 2 year old that needs still the milk of the mother, you know, woe. I'm going to read 19 again so that'll be all together. 24 verses 19. And woe unto them that are with child and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be a great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world. So this is going to be the time where it hasn't been since the beginning of the world. To this time, no, nor ever shall be. So this is going to be the only time that this world will ever be like this. And except those days should be shortened. So and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You know, so you want to pray that these days be shortened because no flesh will be saved out of this. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honor out to the Great Millstone, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and all the brothers keep pushing these videos to water. And for everybody, all the Akim out there preaching and teaching on the highways, be safe. We all know why the Most High called us upon this truth. But again, Shalom and Babal, Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahweh Shai and Shalom.